Hey everyone, Adam here with Gear 43, and today we're looking at the OG Groove Life belt with the carbon fiber weave buckle, and it is just that, a belt. But it is probably the last belt you will ever need to buy. And I can say that I've been testing it out over the past few months, and I know that this is a bold statement, but this belt from Groove Life is the absolute best. I cannot get around it. It is my absolute favorite. I wear it every single day. From the sleek black carbon fiber buckle, as you can see here, this is actually real carbon. It's pretty awesome. They've laser engraved their logo in the corner. It's perfect fit every time. This Groove Life belt is sure to impress. So how did I test this belt? After the brand was willing to gift it to me, I put it through its paces by using it exactly the way you would use a belt. And that is to wear it every day for many hours a day. And I absolutely love this thing. I took note of everything I did, and this is the summary of all my findings of the Groove Life belt. So let's get into it. What is the Groove Life belt? The Groove Life OG belt is a minimalist belt that is about 1.5 inches wide and is made out of semi-rigid nylon with a metal buckle. It's minimalist design in which you don't have any visible tail or tag end. It is there, but it's behind, and when you're wearing it, you can't even tell it's there. It's not hanging out. It's not hanging out on this side. It's really nice, and it also is nice. You don't have a bunch of holes that you have to stare at that you aren't using. This thing is so great. The buckle is a clasp type buckle. Those two ears right there kind of go into those holes in index, and then there's this magnet. There's one here and one here. They index on each other and they go together just like so. And that is a very secure, I love that sound, very secure lockup on that thing. The buckle comes in a variety of colors and patterns. This one the brand gifted me to review is the black belt, black buckle with this sweet carbon buckle face. This is the OG belt. They have a slim, ultra, and a low profile. You can get that at the link in the description, which is the other option that they have from Groove Life at the time of this article. So what do I like about this belt? We'll start with the belt buckle. So this belt buckle has the perfect amount of magnetism, I guess. As you can see, I just bring the two halves together and they lock. They lock together. And it's not easy to get it apart when you're actually wearing it. I've never had this thing in any shape or form come off or even come close to coming off. And I've done some pretty strenuous work with it on, and it hasn't even been a problem. It's been literally the best belt. The magnets are important because when you want this thing to be together, it stays together, but you can see very easily, you can get it to come apart. That's really nice. If you ever need to get this thing off, then it's not a hard mechanism to operate. There's not like a lever underneath. You don't have to twist to unlock it or anything like that. Just push together, pull apart, and it comes apart. It's very nice. You're not fumbling with this thing. You will never ever have to worry about it coming apart, I guarantee. If you do, then congratulations. I would love to hear any comments or feedback if you can get this thing to fail out of any normal use. I was not able to. The stretchiness, this thing is, it's kind of hard to see here, but it does stretch a little, just ever so slightly, you know, that's just a little bit of space, and it is so perfect. It is a bit of an overstatement to call this belt a stretchy belt. There's some very elasticy belts out there I've used, but this is definitely not one of those. This is a very rigid material. I mean, even just trying to bend it in half is semi-difficult. I mean, you really got to try to bend this stuff. It's not stretchy, and it's not stretchy, if that makes any kind of sense. It's quite the belt. It's really nice to have a snug belt, but sometimes when you sit down, it gets a little too tight, and this one does not do that. If it's set up right, you can have it be a nice tight belt. Then when you sit down, it stretches out just a tiny bit, and it works very well. So this thing will not come apart. You can see that these two ears here index on those slots and actually lock in. So there's open to unlock it, and there is it locked in, and you can't, I'm pushing on the back of this, trying to get that to come apart, and I'm pushing pretty hard and it's not wanting to come apart. You have to slide that thing in to get past those little ears, and then it'll come apart. But literally, it will not come apart. I mean, this belt buckle, I don't know. These guys are great. I can't believe they came up with this design, and I'm so excited that they did, because this is literally the best belt buckle in my opinion. Now, this is kind of a personal thing, so I store my belts rolled up. So I take them and I do this. If this is not proper, I don't know. This is just how I store them. I put them in a drawer, but you know, I would love for this belt to be this big in my drawer, but it turns out it's this, and then it starts to move, and it comes apart kind of on its own. It ends up getting smashed in the drawer. It gets all tangled up. I usually just put it over the top of my dresser now, because I can't keep it in my drawer in a nice way. I wouldn't necessarily knock it for that. It's just a personal thing, but I thought I'd let you know about it. So the second thing is that the belt you want to wear all the time, but the material makes it look kind of cheap. It is very deceiving, because this is a extremely high quality material, but it doesn't scream go on a nice dressed up event type material. Even though I think the buckle is a dress buckle, just this belt material doesn't quite live up to being a dress belt. I would go out on a limb and say that if the material was just a little less cheap looking, it could be a contender for being a dress belt. However, for those times that I need a dress belt for a special occasion, I just have to pick up my old school belts with holes in them, which is a bummer, because the second I go to tighten my belt and the one hole is too tight and the one other hole is too loose, I think, oh, my Groove Life belt is the perfect solution. If you're watching this video and you think you would want this belt, then you are the exact person that is gonna wanna buy this belt. 100%, yes, you should buy this. Almost any occasion, like we said, it's not a dress belt, but pretty much any other occasion, this belt is gonna do a great job. High grade materials. I think it's one of the last belts you'll probably ever need to buy. You probably may just want to buy another one of these in a different color. But other than that, it is a great belt. No regrets would I have if I were to purchase this. It is going to be one of my top recommendations for anybody looking for a belt. I tell more people to get a Groove Life belt than almost any other product I've reviewed or have bought in the past. That said, if you are someone that likes to store belts in a drawer, there are some kind of drawbacks with that. If you are a person that is dressing up for different occasions a lot, this is probably not the belt for you. With that, thanks guys. We'll catch you on the next one.